Hi guys, and welcome to this week's edition of the Coffee and Heroes Show. We're going to be taking you through all the new stuff into store this week. Combination of graphic novels, got a few different wee pieces of merch coming in as well. Some nice hardcovers, nice omnibuses, soft covers, mangas, all sorts of stuff coming in this week. So just here to take you through it as always, give you a little sneak peek. So first of all, when we start off with the figures, we've got a few more of the DC Multiverse ones coming in this week. So we have the DC Multiverse Superman. So this is based on the DC Rebirth characters. So it's up to you whether you love it or not, but we got the blue boots. Some people, stickler for the red, myself included. But yeah, this is, as I say, based on the DC Rebirth design. So that's the first one from McFarlane Toys. And then the other one, it's from a storyline that I don't have huge memories of. I remember it being alright, enjoyed it, moved on, forgot about it. But I think this design is really, really cool. So this is the Batman hazmat suit design. And this was from a Justice League storyline during the New 52, I believe, called the Amazo Virus. So really cool design. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Deceased design for Batman as well. But yep, the two of those are in this week. And then we're continuing to get in these Marvel Legends. So we had Cap before. So now you can recreate your own Civil War. We now have the Marvel Legends Iron Man one in as well. I do like to get the sculpt of Tony's head as well, rather than just the mask of Iron Man. But yeah, these editions are great. You got good detail on the back with the character biographies and so forth. You get sort of a background placard there of an issue in behind. And then again, plenty of different attachments for you there as well. So Iron Man in this week. Moving on to graphics and so forth. I don't need to say anymore. You're sick listening to me talk about Deadly Class. Well, you know what? You're going to listen to it some more. So the third volume comes in this week of the hardcovers of Deadly Class. But we've also got back in stock the number ones. Number twos are ordered as well, so they'll probably arrive 3 weeks or whatever, who knows. But they are ordered. But yeah, these hardcovers are glorious. Image do a really good job with their hardcovers. Made of really good quality cardstock, really good quality paper, overblown artwork. Never before seen sort of background details and script pages and character designs. They're really, really cool, and they also don't break the bank as well. They're pretty good value for what they are. I mean, the first one here, for example, this collects Deadly Class 1 to 16. So that's the equivalent of 3 trades. 3 trades will cost the same amount as this, but you get this as a far better edition. So, as I say, that is volume 1, and then brand new out this week is volume 3. So this collects arcs 7 to 9. Which is, let's have a look, we have issues 32 to 44 here, but there was also a couple of years ago on Free Comic Book Day, there was a one-shot for Deadly Class, and that's collected into it as well. But again, you don't need to hear me talk about how amazing Deadly Class is anymore, because I do it all the time. But I will keep doing it. You gotta read Deadly Class, so good. What else we've got here? We've got some editions back in stock, the Mighty Marvel Masterworks, so we got a little bit of Thor action on the go. So again, these are the Frank Chove variant covers. This is volume 1, so this collects Journey in the Mystery 83 to 100. So you're going right back to the start of Thor and then recollecting those. And again, I've spoken before about these. These are great editions. They're, really good reprints, full color reprints, tons of material in there as well. And again, they have that good price point at £14.50 as well. So let's see what else we can pull out of here. So we've got hardcovers for Conjuring the Lover. This was a new DC horror title that I believe coincides with the Conjuring movies. Now, I'm not a Conjuring guy. I've never watched the movies. I'm not a huge fan of modern horror in general. I much prefer traditional horror, but I'm probably just showing my age there. I'm starting to sound like an old man out of Scream. But yeah, from what I heard, this was really, really good. It was interesting to see... DC and Warner Brothers, I suppose, coming together a little bit. So Conjuring being a Warner Brothers movie and introducing this new DC horror line. So yeah, this is essentially, it's a prequel to The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So that probably means more to you than it means to me. I do have our other glorious omnibus though. Look at that Alex Ross cover. So this is the Incredible Hulk omnibus. This is volume 1. So again, you're going right back to the start with this. This is your Stan Lee. This is your Jack Kirby. This is your Steve Ditko. So this basically collects the Incredible Hulk 1 to 6, Tales to Astonish 59 to 101, and the Incredible Hulk 102 as well. So yeah, you're on, this is all the classic Marvel stuff, and again, it has that brand new cover, obviously paying homage to the classic Incredible Hulk cover, but just done with that extra level of Alex Ross detail, which is always a good thing. Next up, we have a couple more volumes of Berserk making their way to us. So we had 1 and 2 come in last week. As I say, I've ordered 1 to 10, but they just come in random sort of increments. They come when they want, basically. But what we've got here is volume 4. And then also this week, we have in stock volume 10. So if you're looking for gap fillers or you're collecting them bit by bit, with volume 10, this collects the original Berserk volumes 28 to 30, and I believe number 4 is 10 to 12 as well. So again, these are lovely bigger editions of that classic story. Back in stock, we sold out last week. Me You Live in the Dark. Again, beautiful storytelling here from Scotty Young, Jorge Corona, who of course were the Middle West team. And this is all about a painter who essentially has painter's block, if you will. And she goes to stay in this gothic house to try and get inspiration back, and then it goes from there. It's sort of a gothic love story horror, but 5 issues, fully self-contained and fully brilliant. Also back in stock this week, we have the Rory McConville, Joe Palmer, Write It in Blood. So this was an original graphic novel. If you go back in the podcast network about a year and a half, we chatted with Rory McConville about this. So straight to graphic novel, never came out in single issues. If you're a fan of stuff like Criminal, if you're a fan of stuff like, say, Breaking Bad, this is for you. And then these two, of course, have now come together along with Declan Shelby to do Time Before Time. So, again, self-contained, really well told. I read this myself. I mean, you look at the testimonials on the back, Al Ewing, Ed Brisson. You know, there's a lot of guys who really enjoyed this, and I am one of them. So, highly recommend that. Back in stock this week. We've got a few volumes here, so we're getting Moon Knight in stock, obviously TV show coming soon. And this one, we recently got in the Bendis Alex Maleev editions. We'll now run to the Jeff Lemire and Greg Smallwood version. So Greg Smallwood, of course, is the artist on the current Human Target, so you know that's good stuff. We've got Jeff Lemire writing, and then it's Jordi Belair, I believe, on colours as well. So this is a complete collection, which was a 14-issue run, so 1 to 14. This is the one that was just after the Warren Ellis Declan Shelby run as well. What else we got? Back in stock, we got The Boys, Volume 1. We've got these class omnibuses that we always get in as much as we can. These are always contained sort of 13 to 15 issues at a time. This one is The Boys 1 to 14. So if you're looking to get into the comics, obviously TV show's on its way back. We've got Diabolical animated show as well. So a lot of good stuff around The Boys at the moment. But if you want to see where it all started, those editions are the way to go. Really, really good value for what they are. Next up, we have Superman Action Comics, War World Rising. I keep hearing a lot of good stuff about this. I'm not an Action Comics guy, but I'm really tempted to get into this because Daniel Sampere on art is incredible. Phil Kennedy Johnson writing. This is Action Comics 1030 to 1035. And then I've heard that the current War World stuff is incredible, so this is sort of the prelude to that. Next up, we have the second volume of SpiderMan Beyond. So this, of course, is the weekly event from Marvel. Had one of the coolest covers ever, the Rear Window inspired cover. But yeah, this was issues 80.BEY, or .beyond if you will, and issues 81 to 85 as well. We've got the first volume in stock as well, if you just want to jump straight into the Spider-Man Beyond stuff, ahead of course of the relaunch for Spider-Man coming soon from with John Romita Jr. on art. Next up, we have XMen, Trial of Magneto. This was a 5-issue mini-series. This was to do with the... basically, he was being on trial for murdering Scarlet Witch, if you will. But yeah, this was a 5-issue miniseries. Leah Williams, Lucas Wernick on art as well. And again, I heard great stuff about that. I tend to read X-Men in trade, so I'll be jumping on that. We also have Fantastic Four, Eternal Flame, Dan Slott, of course, continuing his Fantastic Four run. You've got She-Hulk guest starring in this one as well. This contains Fantastic Four 36 to 39, plus Fantastic Four Road Trip, and also Fantastic Four Grim Noir. I really enjoyed that Grim Noir, actually, which sort of almost reimagined Ben Grimm as like a private act. Really, really cool. We have next up Carnage, Black, White, and Blood. So, of course, this is part of the Marvel Anthology line where they get different writers, different artists, all to do short stories based around one character. And with this one, they got some great people involved. You have Tini Howard, Benjamin Percy, Al Ewing, Donny Cates, Chip Zdarsky, Ram V, Kyle Hotz, Declan Shelby, Gerardo Sandoval, Stephen Mooney. Just tons and tons of great creators involved. And these are really good if you want to get into new characters. You could do worse than going with these anthology-based series because they're small snippets of what the character's about. You don't have to get involved in some big long story arc to fully understand it. So these are always, I love the mistake on the back of it though. So I have to point this out. So they're basically talking about, what this is all about. But it says here, it's back badder than ever, collected in this oversized glory of a treasury edition. This is just a trade paperback, I'm afraid. This is not a treasury edition. Treasury edition's about that tall. Nonetheless, it is very good. Next up, we have another volume from the Jim Butcher Dresden files as well. So urban magic stuff from Dynamite Comics. We've got a few of these volumes in, and again, these tend to sell really, really well. Harry Dresden is working for Bigfoot. 3 hard-to-find Dresden short stories reimagined and interwoven with additional material to make a wholly original graphic novel story there. Just a couple to finish off with. So first up, we have the God Hates Astronauts, the Omni Megabus. So God Hates Astronauts, this was Ran Brown, I believe, and Charles Soule, if I remember correctly, who worked on this. It was originally published by Image Comics, and then it sort of moved around a little bit. I think there was some stuff done through Kickstarter as well. But yeah, God Hates Astronauts, it's as absurdist as you can think of. Very over the top, lots of fun. I remember reading the first couple of story arcs of it, but this is actually a really cool edition. Intriguing. And then a couple just to finish off. As you know, we always get the epic collections in where we can, so a couple more this week, a couple more Captain Americas. So we have volume 19, which is Arena of Death, and we have volume 15, which is The Bloodstone Hunt. In both cases, we are talking sort of 20 plus issues. Volume 15 has Captain America from 1989 to 1990, and it's 351 to 371. And Captain America 411 to 419, plus annual material, plus a few others, and that's the 92 to 93. I should say, just to correct myself a little bit, God Hates Astronauts is just Ran Brown, now that I remember. But then Ran Brown and Charles Soule teamed up for a series called Curse Words, because God Hates Astronauts had basically brought Ran Brown to Charles Soule's attention. So, a little proviso there. But anyway, yeah, all in stock again this week. Again, we're always committed to getting new graphics every week, getting up-to-date stuff, getting new stuff, getting some old classic stuff as well, and just trying to provide you guys with the best comic store that we possibly can, with the biggest variety that we can. For us, reading is always first beyond anything. So it's always good to just keep those shelves stocked and try and help you guys discover something new. So as ever, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's nice getting a little peek behind the scenes and seeing what we are ordering in. Tons more to come by the end of this week. Actually having a whole pile of Batman stuff coming in as well, off the back of the Batman, which I fully intend to do a little YouTube video review on, but I'm going to go see it a second time before I do that, and I'm hopefully going this Friday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But anyway, as ever, as I say, I hope this proved useful, guys, and I hope you're staying safe out there, and I look forward to seeing you in the store soon. So take it easy.